Hi mom, good morning. It's Lohit Krishnappa here. You see, I get your nutrition thoughts. Unfortunately, I'm exploring this narcotics crime and real estate acquisition, which is being done in instructions or under the carpet of a few MLAs from BJP and Congress. I'm a CEO of an organization, VP for another company. Earlier to this, I worked with IBM. See, much before joining IBM, I would work with an anti-corruption awareness society and make awareness videos. Unfortunately, I happened to explore Africans' distribution of cocaine, heroin, amphetamine, and ketamine. I was exploring all the peddlers across the streets of Bangalore. Unfortunately, I liked one product, that was methamphetamine, because it helps me stay awake and work for beyond 30 hours, and I love my work. So what happened was, I was in the process of collecting these materials from a lot of dealers across the town, and it is well known by the law enforcement and the Narcotics Control Bureau. I would rather say the corrupt officials, corrupt law enforcement officers, and corrupt Narcotics Control Bureau. You see, on one side, I'll give you the blueprint over the email, because right now I have a very limited paper to design the process. The process is that I'm sure you know how the process works. I worked with a large enterprise called IBM. I joined with them, and before I joined, few goons who are supported by CBI, Bangalore, and few retired officials. When they're operating this well-organized methamphetamines, cocaines, and heroin, and this is MDMA, and it has ketamine as well. I'm pretty sure there are multiple ways they use to administer this. I have reported this to every person possible. I alerted the PMO team. I alerted a person called Mukul Dikshit, and I alerted something about national security and chemical warfare. But that has got nothing to do with this. After I alerted, I started exploring and meeting all the peddlers and purchasing it from them. But I realized that it is being well-organized act of these peddlers working in collaboration with corrupt officials and NCB. I have no idea what to do, because the police is not taking action. They get their cut or kickback from them. And what happened is, I have been gathering details of peddlers across the Bangalore streets. So after I lost my mobile, or my wife used my mobile, they have deleted all the substantial data. This is just one of my tasks that I do it. And anyways, I like this. See how they consume this is like. There are too many shops here in Bangalore, which. See, I'll give you a demo. Look, it changes my facial expressions and my confidence level, and I have the details of how it affects the brain, and also the thought process, and how it takes you into a delusion mode or a hallucination mode. See, this is like a powder. So you know about it. So what happened is, I started exploring, and And after COVID, my teammates based in West Bengal, they, I think they passed away in COVID. I mean, our job is to explore financial crimes, uh, smuggling of gold biscuits, and diamonds by Africans. They pay an X amount because, despite of informing law enforcement officials, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ madam. Despite of informing law enforcement officials, they have turned a blind eye. They're not even considering the fact that this is a major hazardous chemical which has ketamine in this. I can even mix it with coffee, cigarettes, or any kind of oral administration food or beverage. I'll tell you what happened later, ma'am. I want you to listen to this. So I made videos of how people consume and what are the multiple ways of administration. And my wife is too young, she doesn't know about all this. She got confused with my presentation and all that. She thought I'm a substance abuser. That's a different point. See, I'm coming to you because you are one of the first IPS officers for India. You know about all this. It has ketamine induces artificial sexual desires in horses, which they induce it on women. And then they make private videos of those women who are from IT background and BPO. And then the confiscation and blackmail starts the inception of the blackmail starts from that point. Okay, unfortunately I can't come till Delhi because I have a few organizations, 4-5 organizations that I'm working for. And now after I made this video, I was also confiscated. I'm waiting for action from you because these rowdies or goons connected to a MLA, he's a minister called Ramalinga Reddy. I mean, these people are well connected with him, supported by CBI officer plus Narcotics Control Bureau. They develop the crime of a person, and once he is placed by that particular woman who is a victim of a private video, she will allow anybody to join because she has no choice. So I joined the organization, and they start giving business acquisition or anything that they want can be. Their demands will be met by these women, official or anything. So these people are trying to confiscate me after I joined IBM. They made a video. I had made a video. I tried to approach all the IPS officers, challenge them, stating I will have every options to close this particular business because it's hazardous chemical. It makes you lose the ability to think in your conscious, and then you get into delusions, hallucinations, and a lot of medical illness, mental illness. And I'm pretty sure the future generation, if this continues, if this continues, it will lead the future generations to be born with defects and deformities. Okay? And it takes out your mental cognitive functions. I will come to Delhi with all these samples, multiple samples that they manufacture internally. They're not after getting the culprits. They're only after generating funds with those suspects. It's as simple as converting suspects into prospect, and the number keeps growing because once the pusher or a peddler meets another one, he keeps getting it. So officials are not considering my reports because or my complaints only because I am a private news reporter. And much before I could approach a Home Minister's office or an IAS officer there, he denies to talk to me because I was chewing a bubble gum. And there are a lot of things that happened. They confiscated IBM, stating your employee is a substance abuser, and also claim that he was employed without having his drug checks done. So pre-employment drug checks. So then I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure there were proposals given to these organizations to accept projects and human resource requirement. I'm afraid I don't want to bite the hands that feeds me. So these people are mixing all this in coffee, cigarettes, and getting women to do any kind of immoral act and abuse them sexually. So I think it's been 2 years now. During the process of making documentaries for narco-terrorism and narco-trafficking, Bangalore 94, 5 CCB officers, Central Crime Branch officers, were fostering these criminals who sell these kind of drugs across for all the students. Of course, it gives you confidence. I mean, I'll tell you all the details later, how it works and how it affects the brain, the body and the other organs in the body. I had all the research materials, list of peddlers across Bangalore. My wife filed a complaint, but they accessed my mobile laptop and deleted all the numbers, along with all the other crucial information that I had with reference to Third World War and chemical war, and a lot of other financial crimes as well. I still have the currencies, the number of the currencies that I spent to pay this African immigrants. It's been openly organized business here. I don't know whom to approach, because I'm pretty sure the CID, CBI, everybody gets their cut out of it. It's a major business in getting women to be engaged in an intercourse, artificial intercourse, and then a video is presented. I mean, this business is going boom, like Donald Trump's porn industry. So few Africans had taken few women on making porn videos. At the same time, I met a Muslim girl about 19 to 20 years old. I tried to save her, I had no option. I bought a new SIM card from Tamil Nadu. I made a security alert to Prime Minister's office, and I gave the SIM card to her, thinking the Prime Minister's office will identify her and rescue her, because you can't approach law enforcement, they're involved. You can't approach anti-corruption, he's involved. You can't approach CID, he's also involved. You go to Home Minister's office, he's not ready to talk. Even if he wants to talk, he'll go to the same officers. I've been performing this, or I've been spending all my salary, my earnings on these kind of crimes. Not because I earn out of it, it's for a social cause and my passion. So later what happens is that the media broadcasts all kind of such narcotics crime much before NCB and the law enforcement appear at the peddler's place, but they know how they operate. It's just for the name's sake that they're trying to seize these operations, and then they take a kickback and settle the things, and it's the peddling is going on. So now, since I alerted this, they have stopped all my funds since 2019. My last fund was in the month of October 2019. Since then, I'm still working, selling my own bike, laptops, my jewels, everything, every what is that? What do I call that? Every valuable that I have. No law enforcement officer is ready to investigate or file a case. So there was no other option. I asked my wife to publish it in the news, but my dad is a roadblock in me accepting this particular act, because he's scared that the goons will kill me. In fact, I'm doing all this to get killed by goons, because none of my suicide attempts of 15 times has been successful. At least this way I get killed. This is the fact. The case is closed. The judge was also corrupted. I don't know how they would secure the future generations. So I'm telling you, I need your help, I need your advice, I need your authority. Now, I have a very small property. I have already declared that I don't need my parents' property, but few goons of these MLAs are trying to take over my hold of or my portion of the property from Bangalore. I'm okay to, gift that particular property to your Navjyoti Foundation, New Delhi, and be your son, because none of my parents are ready to fight this social evil. They're very scared. See, they have taken my my immediate family members of opposite genders photographs, and they are threatening me to publish this or broadcast these porn videos or what do I say, the graphic or specially designed porn videos on the media. I'm okay. I mean, I'm still okay if they do it. It's not truth. I know what they are. But the only problem is that I'm not getting my earnings. I'm not getting officials to attend to it no matter where I go. As part of this, I had all the FBI officials, CIA, MI5, Mossad, all the intelligence of across the globe, the data of the projects and the foreign intelligence surveillance activities. I have no option where to go. Yesterday I called NSA, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, and he was not at his desk. I mean, he is not in town. They have stolen all the reports. I mean, these are being mixed by the local vendors on the streets. I mean, it's available with adulterated cigarettes. I mean, the duplicate cigarettes that are available in the market. It's operating everywhere. I don't know whom to go. Maybe if you are involved, I'll get another problem. That's another adventure for me, and I'll solve it myself if you are involved, madam. But with the assumption that you are a very strict officer and first IPS officer, I'm considering you'll solve this problem of mine, which is a problem of society and the young generation. And the threatening to not give not let me have any authority on the property. I'm okay to give the property to you, but not to these kind of illegal real estate acquisition goons and rowdies and this mafia. I don't want to give it to them, madam. I will take your name as my mother. My name is Lohit K. You see, the K is Kiran Bedi. I don't want my parents, I don't want their property, I don't want anything. I'll earn my living till my death, and I'll stay with you and work on this social evils until I die. So that a person who is backed up with a person like you, I mean, we can make the whole world jealous. And I want to work on your projects. When property is worth around 2-3 crores, maybe my dad, if he's willing to give his property after my death, I mean, that I'm ready to give it to you for a good cause. Either way, I'm not taking anything with me, even my body or my soul. So I just need some basic necessities. My Maslow's theory: food, clothing, and shelter. That's all I need, and coffee, and I smoke a bit. So you tell me, what am I supposed to do, madam? I am an implementation specialist and trainer for the Karnataka State Police CCTNS, Central Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System. I had to step out because they were also corrupted. And I started my own organization of Awareness Society with another friend of mine. I'm researching all this corrupt practice. My dad works with Space Research Organization, and he thinks it's a reputation damage for him if his son is involved in such a practice, and he's also scared of risks involved for my life. So I don't need my dad if I have to compromise on these things. I don't need the property as well. But please secure my property, and you can have it for your projects of Navjyoti Foundation or anyways. I'm happy with it, but I'm not giving it to these goons or my relatives or my siblings or my cousins. All I need is food, clothing, and shelter, and I'll live with you for the rest of my life, or project. I can't give up my passion and my dream. So I'll show you how I did. I did this and I asked her to record a video. So what happens, on 8th of August 2020, I had a call with General Counsel of HP, who is the owner of Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System. I made a video like this, how they consume it or sniff it. I wanted to make this a live session, but there's no internet in my mobile. See, they're claiming they have a private, the private time of my mother and my sister, and they're scaring me to broadcast. If that happens, I will exploit all the secrets of the countries across the globe, which I've already done, which I'm half the way. I've achieved half the way in return. So ideally, all the powerful nations will understand my pain and beat up these people. I'm okay to lose the property, I'm okay to lose life, and it's kind of sacrifice on the line of duty. You go to Alcoholics Anonymous, you go to Narcotics Anonymous for a solution, even they work on kickbacks. I mean, your solution comes with a price. We don't need that. That's a trafficking business. Trafficking meetings, trafficking fellowship. Okay, I will come to New Delhi, madam. I want you to witness this because I'm very scared. They have taken my bike and threatening to plant a bomb with my bike. An inspector called Basuvaraj from Outgodi Police, Bangalore 30. I just keep getting a noise from the quarters behind my window, where it says, where he says, I will plant the bomb, I will plot crime if you don't come out, if you don't give me the details and all that. I don't know whom to approach. I approached the ACP, Mr. Venugopal, at Commissioner's office, and he's denying to talk to me. I mean, he's not available at all, despite of 4 visits to Commissioner's office. I mean, nobody is taking responsibility or ownership. That means that a very powerful person is running this smuggling and manufacturing. I had a African immigrant, opposite gender, Maria, who works in a laboratory in a college. I mean, I suspect she is one of the major manufacturers. So you tell me, how should I solve this problem, ma'am? I mean, ideally they will, and now it's available to people in pre-university and degree and in their undergraduate and graduate course and further PhD. Maybe in the next 5 years it will be available for the 3rd standard student and 4th standard student. Maybe sometimes in chocolates as well, administered in chocolate, food, any kind of oral administration. Maybe coffee as well. So I'll show this video and I'll post it online, ma'am, on YouTube, and share the link with you over the email. So I have 2 problems. Getting a solution for these drug peddling and narco trafficking and narco terrorism. I need the second solution for saving the victims from paying ransom and except for low cost real estate acquisition or joint ventures or sales of the properties. I mean, these are being operated by MLAs. I even know their names. But I don't have the proof, the evidence that these peddlers are connected to them. There is no visual proof or an evidence at the moment. So I cannot take their name, but I'll send it to you over a confidential note from one of my resources in Delhi, or I'll come in person and give it to you, ma'am. If you agree for me to come and stay there along with you for the rest of my life working on your project, I'm pretty sure I'll be the most happiest person. Plus, my organization's profit is something that I can share with Navjyoti Foundation as my means of goodwill or the token of goodwill. I have even stolen my own dad's money and bought these things. I've sold my bike and explored this crime. And at last I realized that these corrupt officials are also involved. It's of no use if I'm reporting it to them. You tell me, what am I supposed to do, ma'am? I mean, whatever happens, the rehabilitation picks you up, they get into an understanding. And madam, ಇದು ಯಾವುದು? Madam, okay, I sniff it like this. Okay, I like taking this, ma'am, because it makes me help efficiently or work efficiently. That's all. I've been exploring cocaine, heroin and all this. Young crowd is using it. I don't know what to do. This is just part-time. Now you tell me what I'm supposed to do, ma'am. I mean, there are shops which are selling these kind of tubes or smoking pipes across Bangalore. Even the police knows that it's available and being sold. Even the law enforcement knows it's being sold. They know everything, but they are getting cut out of it. I want to stop this operation at any cost, even at the cost of my death. In the interest of saving the younger generation's future and shoulder the responsibility to present the horrific situation of our youths. And these are being sold across well-established colleges across Bangalore. Even the Home Minister seems to be involved, because they did not entertain me talking to them about it at all. Plus, they have taken my dad's most confidential data mobile. They scare me and ask me to hand over my IBM ID card, my Ministry of IB ID card. It's not working out, ma'am. And now they are asking me to hand over company's data. And they have taken my laptop and deleted all the data. They are stationed right outside the window of my house, and they keep torturing my mom. I don't know what all they feed, how they scare her, but she keeps fighting with me. So I'm not going home. I mean, they scare her, and she denies me to go out, and then they trouble her with all that belladonna and all that. Even the commercialized rehabilitation centers do get leads about person who's just started, person who's getting into trouble, persons on whom the crime is well plotted, and once it goes to the rehabilitation center, they work in collaboration with the police department to give him a solution which is well designed well in advance. Because I'm scared to come, they're threatening me to plant a bomb when the train is moving. I don't want to be a terrorist. I'm a patriot. I wake up looking at the national flag every day. I don't want to be labeled as a patriot. That's a very wrong message. And they're claiming that they will release the private videos of my mom and dad at home. I'm okay for this to happen, if that is a concern. I'm okay for anything to be happen, but I will not compromise on this at any cost. I'm coming to New Delhi, but I need your help in alerting the internal security if something goes wrong. I don't need my parents. I made a legal declaration stating I hold no binds or ties that will hold us together. Neither do I need their property, and I'll share the document over the email. 2017, before I started the project, I made all these documents. None of the media is convinced to broadcast this news. None of the media is convinced to talk about it, about this hazardous chemical. And they even took out the journals and the research materials and investigation reports of China importing hazardous chemicals and breaching trade laws in importing and exporting hazardous chemical to US and India and other countries. It has all the list of pharmaceutical companies which ships the raw materials of these kind of drugs. What am I supposed to do, ma'am? I'm a lonely tiger. I can't fight this 3,000 or 5,000 team of goons and police officers, corrupt officers, plus CID and sometimes CBI as well. If I try to talk more, they label me as a addict and they threaten my mom that they will confiscate me. So they have no other choice. They find other means of solution. I asked my wife to put it on news and file a complaint against me. Even for that, my dad has a problem. So he got the case closed without people letting know that I was taking this drug. And the police officer, despite of me literally dropping this particular drug in the urine test box, they have given a report that it's negative. Look at the heights of corruption. Now, how can you secure this young generation's life? I want you to broadcast this news and alert each and every person that this is a very dangerous chemical available in the market. And please secure my property, ma'am. I wanted to come and pick up the Real Estate Mafia book that you had published on the other day, but the situation was not right when I was at Delhi. So please help me fight this social evil. And my personal life was exploited. My professional life is again at risk and exploited. My reports are gone. Plus, I've lost my memory due to an organized accident. I've even written a letter to Prime Minister's office and direct letter to grievance cell. Now, what is this, madam? I've forwarded the complete project report. So I'm working on getting these narco-trafficking supported or funded rehabilitation centers and corrupt official operated or collaborated rehabilitation centers and narco-trafficking agents. I need the end of it and I will not die until it's done. At any cost, I will not die until it's done. Can you give me your name on my initial Lohit K? I don't need my parents. I don't need my property. I'll give it to you. I don't need anything. Just coffee, cigarettes, basic necessities. I mean, the Maslow's theory. I'll come down to Delhi if you give me an approval with all my luggage. And I'll send you my profile as well, ma'am. We know each other for a long time. So I have an opportunity to strike it at the right time. Please give me an authority to seize these kind of business. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.